Welcome back. I've been gone. Yeah, okay, so quick update. We are moving, so we have been house hunting and packing and stuff like that lately. So I have not been putting up any videos, nothing, no editing, and my life is a freaking mess right now. The housing market is ridiculous, so it's the stress, man. If anybody else is trying to buy a house right now, holy crap, like, it's insane. So I've been off looking at houses. I have a couple of houses to go look at today, so I don't even know if I'm gonna put up this video today, but I'm like, I haven't uploaded anything in like a week. I don't know. It's nuts. And then Dakota's downstairs sleeping because he just got his wisdom teeth taken out and he's out. Like, we are not making videos with him and them for at least a few more days. So it's like, being a grown-up sucks, guys. But anyways, I wanted to make a video today. Wanted to get back into the swing of things because I really like the, reviewing tattoos and stuff like that. I have a good time. I want to keep building up my subscribers and stuff like that. So I'm gonna make a video. I'm gonna make one. If you haven't seen any other videos, or you watch this one and I haven't uploaded in a little bit, by the time you see it, I'm probably moving. So feel free to check out my tattoo playlist. You can see, I think I have like 17 or 18 other videos you can check out. If you are a aspiring tattoo artist, I explain how you can get an apprenticeship, look into your state's legal requirements, all those things. My own personal experiences as a tattoo artist for 3 years. Yeah. If you're doing tattoos at home, check out my videos and my stance on whether you should be tattooing or not before you actually get into a shop, or if you've just been like a hobbyist doing it, like check out the procedures other people use and how I kind of go through them and debunk them, make them a lot more safer for everybody who's just like, F the world, I'm gonna do what I want. At least check out the videos and see if you're doing anything you shouldn't be doing. So, and if you like them, comment on them. Let me know what you want to know more about. Oh, I had a fun comment. I want to check out this comment. What was it? Oh my God. Okay, I got a comment the other day. Want to clarify on this. This guy says, guy or girl, I don't know. Okay, so I do shit amateur at home tattoos and I've always used spray bottles for cleaning and anything else I need. Why and how is it possible to get blood inside the spray bottle? You don't put the end of the bottle on the skin? Question mark. So you're wrong on that one. So, okay. How do I explain this? I'm really against using bottles. I think on this specific tattoo video, they had the bottle within camera view, so it was on top of the setup. If you have a spray bottle for cleaning, you don't need it in your setup. You need it in your cleaning supplies area. You do not keep it where you can get ink splatter, or, well, the ink splatter is actually, mixed with your blood at that point. You don't want any cleaning supplies anywhere near an ink splatter area. Think of it like a forensic, criminologist scenario. When something is spraying out, you don't necessarily see how far that spray can reach. So if it is in camera view on the setup, you are getting your blood on it. You're gonna see ink. If you go through and wipe down your bottles, you are gonna see ink smears on them. So you don't want that. Also, if you are using green soap or antibacterial soap, whatever you're using to clean your tattoo, and you still have a contaminated glove on, when you press that spray thingy, when you spray it, you're contaminating that handle. That handle can go up into the nozzle and everything like that because your hands are usually a little grimy. They have Vaseline on them or petroleum jelly or A&D, whatever you use. Don't use Vaseline. That stuff's weird. It will creep up inside the bottle and you cannot clean that. And then that bacteria will form and actually get into your soap or whatever you're using to clean it. So it's not a good idea. Am I going to be an a-hole about it if somebody wants to try and correct me? Maybe. Possibly. I thought I would give a more in-depth explanation of why I don't like spray bottles. Unless your hands are completely cleaned off before you clean your own tattoo or somebody else's. really, that's not going to be the case because you do use the green soap and all that stuff after you finish the lining, so you will contaminate that bottle at some point. That's why I don't suggest bottles. If you use the squeeze bottles, you never touch the tip. You always grab it by the base that is wrapped. You will never contaminate that bottle if you do it correctly. So that's why squeeze bottles are great. It's like you can find deals for like 2 squeeze bottles and green soap included, which you dilute, so a little bottle lasts you a lot longer. You can find those for like $15, which it might be like the high end for people doing this at home, but it is a good investment to not have an infection later on and things like that. So it's worth it. I don't like spray bottles. If you're using them to clean, that's fine. Keep your cleaning stuff away from your setup. You do not need it all together. You need at least like 2 or 3 feet away from your tattoo area. So that's my bottle explanation for you guys, in case you were wondering, because you can get a spray bottle at Walmart for like 80 cents or something. So I get where you're coming from, but seriously, they're not worth it. It's okay to invest into something that is minor surgery to make sure that you don't get anybody sick and you get sued. Just saying. Just saying. Okay. So today we are going to watch Tattoo with Me. Hand poke tattoo, stick and poke tattoo, tattooing myself. It has 614 views. The video just got put up like a couple weeks ago. I actually commented on it and was like, hey, do you want me to review this if you're just starting out and stuff like that? Their intro says something like, I want to be a tattoo artist at some point, so I'm practicing on my arm right now. I don't really suggest doing that, but yeah, I commented on it and I was just like, well, if you want any tips, check out my videos where I can review your video, let you know. So I'll probably just go ahead and do it and let them know, see if they're performing proper procedures and things like that, since they are doing it at home. So far in the setup, saran wrap, paper towels, the ink cup is not sitting on any jelly or anything like that to keep it from knocking over. So I might, it's little tips and tricks that might help them out. Their gloves are definitely too big. There, yeah, okay. So you see the gloves are too big. The ink cap needs to be kind of anchored down on that setup. You don't necessarily have to put a paper towel under that. You can just leave it on the saran wrap. It's okay. And she says she's practicing on her arm. So I see a little snaky boy. And it doesn't look that bad. It looks pretty packed in on there. Might be like a pretty fresh tattoo, but from here it looks not bad. So I don't suggest tattooing your own arms. You can't get a decent stretch because you're only using one hand, especially with a glove that's not fitting properly. It's going to be harder to get a good stretch. So invest in some like small gloves. It's fine. It's fine if they're a little tight on you. You'll be okay. But them's a little big. Them Shrek hands. All right. We're gonna hop into it. They've only got like 46 subscribers, so I don't know if they have any other videos, but if they do, then maybe we'll check those out. What kind of liner is that? I'm wondering what size it is. And they might be using like a 9, a 7. I don't know. You see little sticky poke babies on there. It's kind of like you see that like jiggle and pull on there. If you stretch it out properly, it'll be a lot easier to apply that ink in. Plus, you always want your ink cap full because you're doling out the needle every time you dip it in there. So it's okay if you waste that ink. You definitely want it to be overfilled so you can not ruin your needle as you're going along, because they do dole out really quick. Oh, she put it on the little tongue depressor thing. Okay. That's not a bad idea. It's just not steady. That kind of worries me. Also, I like the little tattoo here. That's cute. These aren't like high grade tattoos or anything, but I also see, I don't think that she shaved her arms. can kind of catch little baby hairs in the light. If you shave, that helps your ink from spreading, helps your needle from actually pulling out your hairs, which can happen. So she looks like she's being really methodical about it. She might actually be going too deep. It's hard to tell. I think on the snake it looks a little bit blown out. Maybe if she shows a close-up, we'll be able to tell better, but at least she's not like trying to do the entire area and go over and over and over. Like you're taking your time on each section. That's the best way to do it. Honestly, in case you flake out and you don't want to do it anymore, then you have something that's completed for the time being. But also when you go back on an area, it will swell up, it will get more tender, it'll actually make the ink harder to put in if it swells too much. So she's doing that right. Those gloves are just driving me crazy. But yeah, I feel like she's going too deep in, or she's got to push even harder because there is no stretch on there. I feel like you're at risk for really damaging your skin if you do that. You know, it is stick and poke, so you're gonna have to go over some things. Oh, I guess the idea of the popsicle stick is so she can move stuff around. It looks like she's got a light source. I can't tell if that's sunlight or what. I want to see. What did you do? You're not gonna get like super solid lines when you begin tattooing, but especially with stick and poke. I feel like stick and poke might be easier to get more consistent lining because you can really focus on it, but it's still just inserting dots. Does that make sense? I don't know. The stencil looks like it's wiping off. My suggestion would be to just dab the area. If you had that petroleum jelly on, you could literally just dab it and it would come off on the paper towel. If the paper towel's dry, it'll just come right off on it. Super easy. That way you're not wiping off your stencil. Also, you can let your stencil sit for like half an hour. Aww. That's not bad. I'm not mad at it. I mean, it looks good technically, but I'm wondering what the damage to the skin could be. This doesn't look that bad, actually. I'm not super mad at it or anything. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Yeah, definitely didn't shave the arms. Honestly, after you get so many tattoos, you start shaving your arms regularly. I always shave my arms because I like to lotion up my tattoos and make them all nice and saturated looking. So I just shave them to help that effect. I don't know. I feel like a Brillo pad right now, but it's cool. It's cool, guys. I mean, you wouldn't think that you need to shave because she has such small arm hairs, but it still does help the process like a little bit cleaner technically. And like I understand that, I think part of me wanting to make this video was the intro saying I do want to be a tattoo artist and all this stuff, and I'm like, okay, well you want to put your toes in the water before you jump in, right? So you start out with stick and poke. I get that. Uh-oh. What was that? Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna finish my sentence. I'm gonna go look at that again. But I understand people want to like put their toes in the water, see if it's something that they're interested in. But when you put it on your arms, you are representing yourself to whoever you're trying to get an apprenticeship from. And if they don't like those, they're not gonna go for it. You're kind of like gambling with your chances of getting an apprenticeship if you already are blasting yourself with tattoos. Then they're thinking, okay, well maybe you have bad habits I'm not going to be able to get you out of. It makes it harder for you to get an apprenticeship. If she had done these like on her leg or something you can cover up, you might be able to get away with it a little bit easier. But you know, definitely like packing them together where you can't hide them, it's getting a little bit riskier for you. But I want to go back to that bottle because I think something happened. It's the spray bottle, guys. Jesus. No. Okay. I don't know what kind of soap that is. It's like a foam soap. It might be okay. If it's like scented or it has like additives to it, that might be really reactive to your skin and might push your ink out. So you might not want to use that. That bottle was not wrapped for sure. So you have this slick, oversized glove. Just, it's gonna like leak into that bottle. And if you even if you tattoo yourself, if that blood sits in there long enough, you're gonna get bacteria back in your tattoo. So I would suggest throwing out the bottle. I don't want you to get sick. Are those paper towels? Or are those Kleenexes? I think those are Kleenexes. Okay, just use paper towels. Kleenexes, I get it, they're cheap. You get a box of them for like $1. You throw the box away when you're done, okay? I get, maybe it's easier not to cross-contaminate for some people using those. I personally think they're a little too fibery. Like the fibers kind of flake off easier on those. They might feel a little more soothing depending on the brand that you get, especially compared to like a really, what is the word? Just like the grip that a paper towel has isn't very comfortable sometimes, but you're not gonna get as many fibers in your tattoo if you use paper towels, or even shop mechanic towels are really good. Those are really absorbent. I know a lot of tattoo artists who really like shop towels, like mechanic, industrial blue towels. Those work really good. Baby wipes, tissue paper, they have very tiny fibers in them. They're really hard to get off your skin. I don't recommend them at all. Paper towels are okay. Even like the cheaper ones, they're okay. They're not that bad. Okay. Okay. You... I did not see you put on a new glove, and I just saw you put your needles on top of your setup that has ink on it, blood on it. I'm so confused. That's not good. That's not good. You just put your hand in put your bloody hand in the box of needles. I would suggest you go check your setup and make sure you didn't get any oil seepage through any of your stuff. Just saying. Is that an 11? I said it was an 11. And just don't dole it out too much. Okay, now I see. Did I not notice the jelly on there earlier, or what was that? I think she's gonna do stippling now. Yeah, because you seem like it's going a little heavy in there and you're overlapping more. Yeah, sometimes packing is not a good time. But I guess with stick and poke, you really have to be thorough on packing in. So I feel like that can be damaging to your skin if you don't have the right consistency. I'm a little nervous because you're seeing that skin like pop up, and that looks like you're snagging your needle on your skin, which might be from you dunking it. It might be doling it out and like bending one of the needles out, and it might actually be catching your skin. I feel like it's just digging in there, especially with the swelling and you start getting those little rising areas. It's tricky. It's the bottle. No. Not again. All right, lady, let's check it out. Yeah. No, that's stick and poke. It's not the worst stick and poke I've ever seen. Not gonna lie. Your setup needs some work. You like this corner that's open here, just go all the way to the corner. It's fine. You can use like, I'll use like 3-4 feet of saran wrap. I ain't even gonna lie. Like I get like this much. My headphone fell. I get like this much, and then I get a second sheet and lay it on top of it, and just completely cover my edges. I do not want anything like to smear anywhere. When I go and clean my setup, my table, top to bottom, I don't get any sort of ink splatter outside of that setup zone. I want it as big as I can get it. So it's okay to just wrap all edges of the table on the side that you're working on. My suggestion for you wanting to get a tattoo apprenticeship, if you're not gonna stop doing the stick and poke, you should probably move to your legs, like the insides of your lower legs, like around your, not around your ankles, but like right in like the calf area, like on the inside. That's always a good place for apprentices to start. It's a lot easier to stretch. You're gonna be able to use both hands. Make sure you you set something up on the floor under you so you don't get any drips on the floor. Get some green soap in a bottle and wrap it up and you're good. You don't have to get like the fancy foamy soap. It's fine. Make sure you're using that petroleum or A&D while you're tattooing, whether it's lining or shading, packing, anything. You always want jelly on top of it. It's going to help your skin, help that ink glide into the skin better. This is not the worst thing I've seen. I'm not super mad about it. I think you're at risk for like a small infection for sure. Also, if you tattoo your legs, you can just do a straight dry heal. You don't have to worry about your arm twisting or turning and kind of like tearing up your tattoos or having to like worry about aftercare so much. It's a bit easier. So definitely legs are a safer bet. You're not gonna walk in with a sleeve full of stick and poke, because when you do get into tattooing, you are gonna want some nice work on yourself. You are gonna be able to represent yourself with some really nice work. Co-workers love to tattoo each other and try new things and get yourself in a good shop where, you know, you have mentors and co-workers that are charging like out the butt for tattoos because they're that good, and you will get free tattoos from them at some point, or at least discounted. You know, you can get yourself some really nice work being an apprentice. So I think move away from the arms, work on your cross-contamination a little bit, and you're good. You want to keep stick and poking yourself till you get an apprenticeship. I ain't gonna be your mom. Just be safe while you do it. You're not gonna die from it. But worst case scenario is you give yourself staph and then you get really, really sick. Or you wanna stick and poke one of your buddies and you get them really, really sick, and then you're in legal trouble. So I'm always about safety. That's my goal. Just be safe and we're good. Finish up the video, see if she's got anything else to say about it. It's not the worst thing I've seen. It's really hard to get stick and poke super clean. I think there's some variations in there that can be worked on, but it's very aesthetic to the stick and poke community. Plus it's cute. I like the setup. It's a cute little aesthetic video. I think if people are gonna watch this, they are gonna get a little misinformed. So, you know, whenever you're putting yourself out on the internet, just like make sure nobody's gonna come back at you and tell you how stupid you are, because some people are really, really rude on this platform. I know there's some videos where I just go the fuck off on people because I should think they know better, but I think this was just like a chill vibe video, and they want to go in the right direction, but it might just be hurting their chances. And me doing the same thing when I was younger, before I got an apprenticeship, like I totally get it. So just keep yourself safe. Don't hurt your chances. If you really want an apprenticeship, go up to some shops and talk to them about it, and be very honest and tell them that yes, I am tattooing myself or stick and poke myself, all that stuff. and they'll give you like a real honest opinion about it. There's nothing wrong with that. It'll put you in the right direction. So that's my video for today, guys. If you liked it, like it, I don't know. Let me know if there's anybody else you want to see me react to or give tips on, stuff like that. I think I'm just gonna try and like chill out my videos a little bit. Not be an a-hole, just be informative. Just let you guys know how to be a little bit safer, a little more professional setting. I think that's what I'm gonna go for. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.